Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I came up here with 10 frequently asked questions of the random module in Python. So we are going to solve that 10 questions. So let's get started. We'll start with our first questions, that is, how do we can generate a random number in Python? So for generating a random number, first of all we have to import random. So don't worry, random module is already present in our Python, so we don't need to download it or install it. We have to just simply import it. So we will import random. Then we are going to create a variable, suppose like a random number, and then you can uh, call your module random, and then there is a function present in our random module, that is randend, and in this function you will give the range. So I want it from 1 to 10, means the random numbers from 1 to 10. So I'll just give it like this, and then I'll print the variable which we have, in which we have stored our random integer. And you'll see when I've executed the cell, then it is printing 4. Now each time when I'll execute my cell again and again, so the different number will came up. Okay, but the range of this number will be only from 1 to 10. Okay, now we'll move to the next question, that is how we can generate a random float in Python. So again, we have to import the random. Now we'll create a variable random float, and then we'll call the random function. And in the random function, there is a means in the random module, there is a function random, and now we'll print it, our variable in which we are storing it. So we are storing this thing into random float variable. So we'll just print it, and now you'll see that each time a different number, a float number has been generated. Now the range will be from 0 to 1, means the range of this random method is from 0 to 1. So all the number, means all the float numbers which are coming here will be between 0 to 1 only. Okay, now we'll move to the next question, that is how do I generate a random number with a specific range? Okay, so how we can generate a random number with a specific range? So we know that how we can do it. So we'll just simply import random first, then we'll create a variable random number, and then we'll use the module random, then randend, then we'll give the range 5, starting from 5 to 15. You can give it anything here, and then you can print this random number over here. Now when you'll execute it, it is at first it's coming 10. Then again if you'll execute it, means different numbers will came up, but the range will be from 5 to 15. Okay, now we'll move to the next question, that is, can I generate a random numbers from a non-uniform distribution? Okay, from a non-uniform distribution. So how you can do it? Import random. Then suppose I'm creating a list population here, and I'll give some number over here from 1 to 5 integer numbers, and then I'll give a variable weight, and in this weight uh, I'm going to give the probabilities of the occurrence of these numbers. I'm giving the probabilities of occurrence of these numbers in the population list. So for 1, I'm giving 0.1 probability, for 2, I'm giving 0.2, then for 3, I'll give 0.3, for 4, 0.4, and for 5, 0.5. Now, what we have to do, we'll create a variable first, random number, and then we'll use the random module, and then we have to use the choice method present in the random module. Now, in the choice method, first We'll give the parameter population, means the list in which we want to uh, print our random numbers of non-uniform distribution. Then after that, we'll provide it a weight, and that weight will be this weights. So yeah, like this. And after that, I'll just provide it a list 0, and then I'll simply print uh, that random number from non-uniform distribution will be, and then I'll print this variable over here. So the 3 is coming, then 4, then each time a different number from this list will came up according to this probability which I have provided over here. Now, why I have used this 0 in the list? Because I want that when the list which is returned by this choice method that would be printed, then this the first index number, the number present at the first index will get printed. If I'll remove this, so what will happen? You will see the list over here. So I don't want this square braces to be get printed. That's why I have written I'm multiplying this with this square braces. So what is happening? This first number, only the first number, means each time when this random choice is written, suppose this random choice has returned 5. So when I'm multiplying with it, the first index, what is happening? It is just returning 5 here. Okay. Now we'll move to the next question, that is, how can I shuffle a list randomly in Python? Means now how we can shuffle a list. So first of all, we'll import random for that. Now for that, first of all, because it is talking about list, so we have to create a list. So we'll create a list. Now when you have created a list, what we can do, we have to simply call our module random, and then our module random has a method by default that is shuffle, and in that method we'll just provide our list name, that is my list. And now we have to just print our my list. So what will happen, each time when it execute our program, a random number, means a random list will be occurred, but the numbers will be same, but the indexes will get changed. Means now you can see our original list is this, but when we have used the shuffle method, what is happening? All the numbers present in our list has been shuffled and indexes has been changed. Now we'll move to the next question, that is question number 6. How can I select a random element from a list? Now previously we have seen how we can shuffle the elements present in our list. Now we have to select a random element from our list. So for that, again we have to import the random module, and then we have to create a list. Now in this list, I'll take integers from 1 to 5, and then I'll just create a variable random element, and in this variable I'll just call my module random. Then I'll use the choice method, and in this choice method I'll provide list my list, and then I'll print this variable random element. And now when I'll execute my program, you will see at each time a different number from this list is getting printed, means a random element is getting printed from our list. Okay. I'll move to the next question, that is question number 7, that how can I generate a random string in Python? Okay, so this is a very interesting question. Now what we have to do, we have to just generate a random string. We want to generate a random string. It could be anything. So first of all, for this we have to import random, then we will import a string module, and now we'll create a variable random string, And in this variable, we are going to use the join method. Now, inside the join method, we are calling our random dot choice method, means the choice method present in our random module. And inside that choice method, we are going to call our ASCII letters, ASCII letters present in our string module. And after that, what we are going to do, we are going to iterate. So for I in range, means we are going to iterate over the ASCII letters. So for I in range, and the range is till 10, means it will start from 0 and it will go till 10. And then we have to just print our random string. And now you will see 10 alphabets of random strings, means you will see 10 alphabets randomly, anything could be get printed because we have used ASCII letters present in the string module, and we have kept it inside the join method. So what is happening, each time this loop is generating all ASCII letter, and this ASCII letter, by using this join method, what is happening, it is just joining all these letters together, and it is printing a string like this. So each time when I execute my program again and again, a different string of 10 letters will get printed. Okay, now we'll move to the next question, that is, how do I set the seed for the random number generator? Now, what is seed here? The seed means that suppose we want a random numbers, but we want a random number in such a way that that random number in another PC also, or in another system also, that same random number should get generated. Okay, so for that we use the seed method present in our random module. So for that, how we have to write the code, first we have to import random, then we have to use the seed present in the random module, and we have to set it suppose to 1. Okay, now what will happen, now suppose I want integer, so I'll create a variable for integer, random integer, and then I'll call the rand int, and I want to keep the range from suppose 1 to 20, and I'll print it. I'll print this random int like this. Now, you'll see each time I'm executing the program, only 5 is getting printed. Now, when I'll change this 1 to 2, then 2 will occur. When I'll change this to 3, when 3 will occur, means 8 is occurring. Now, when I'll comment this line, what will happen? Each time I'll execute the my program, each time a different value will get printed from the range 1 to 20. But when I'll uncomment this line, means at 3, at seed 3, 8 is fixed. Means whenever we are using seed 3 and we are setting this range for generating random integers, then 8 is fixed. Each time 8 will occur. So every time you execute it, 8 will occur. Now for 1, 5 will occur. Now for 2, 2 will occur. You can see it like this. So for fixing the random value, we use the seed method. Okay. Now I'll move to the next question. That is the question number 9. That is, how can I generate a random permutation of a list? So first of all, for the random permutation of the list, we have to import the random. Now we have to create a list, and in that list, first we will store our elements in our list, and then using shuffle method, we'll shuffle our list, and when we'll print our list, then a random permutation will become of all the elements present in our list each time we'll execute the program. So in this way, we can generate a random permutation of a list. Now we are moving to the last question, of this 10 questions of random modules. So the last question is, how can I generate a random numbers from a uniform distribution? So for a uniform distribution, there is already a uniform method present in our random module. So we'll see how we can uh, create a uniform distribution. So for that, we have to use the uniform method. And in the uniform method, we'll give a range. And suppose in my case, I'm giving the range from 1.5 to 3.5. And then I'll just print here that random float between 1.5 to 3.5 like this. And then I'll print this variable over here. Now you will see each time it will print a uniform distribution from the range 1.5 to 3.5. As you can see, each time I'm executing my program, it is just giving me the range, a uniform distribution of the number, but it is between the range from 1.5 to 3.5. Yeah, so that's it for today. Thanks for watching the video. We'll see you in the next video.